Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss the Cpget 2023 mathematics solutions. In my previous video, I was solved some questions. So in this video, I will try to cover the remaining problems. So the question number 29 is the general solution of d square minus 70 plus 12y is equal to 0. So if you observe carefully, we can clearly say that this differential equation is a homogeneous differential equation. So this differential equation is homogeneous differential equation. So we need to find the complementary function for this differential equation. No need to find the particular integral, because if it is non-homogeneous, we need to find complementary plus particular. But here only homogeneous differential equation, so we can find the complementary function. So by using the auxiliary equation, so we can find the complementary function of a differential equation. So I just consider d as m. I will get m square minus 7m plus 12 is equal to 0. If you find the roots of this quadratic equation, I will get m equal to 3 comma 4. So by using the conditions of writing the complementary solution, we get y is equal to c1 e power 3x plus c2 e power 4x. So we get option 4 is the correct option for this answer. So the question number 30 is d is equal to d by x. So what is the value of 1 divided by d square plus 1 x cube? So he is asking to find the particular integral of a given differential equation. So whenever these type of x power, in general x power n is there, we have to take these numerator into the denominator. So we will get the binomial expansion. So we simply get the solution of a particular integral. So I will proceed like that way. So given we have that 1 divided by d square plus 1 into x cube. So you have to take this denominator into the numerator. We get d square 1 plus d square inverse 1 plus d square inverse into x cube. So we know that whenever these type of form is there, 1 plus d square inverse, so we have to use a binomial expansion, that is get 1 minus d square plus d to the power of 6 minus so on. So we will get like this way and into x cube. So if you multiply these x cube into this expansion, we will get x cube minus, we have to d, here d means differentiation, we have to twice differentiate this given function. So that is, if you differentiate once x cube, you get 3x square. So and again if you differentiate twice, you will get 6x. So here d square value we will get 6x, and after that if you differentiate 6 times, clearly it is goes to 0, because if you differentiate 3 times you will get 6, and if you differentiate 4 times means it is goes to 0, and after that 6 times also it is goes to 0. So we will get particular integral value is x cube minus 6x. So this is the correct option for given differential equation. So the 31 question is, so the general solution of 9x square d square plus 15xd plus 1 into y is equal to 0. So he is asking the general solution of this differential equation. So I already told you in my previous lectures, whenever x square and x is there in front of the d's and d by dx, so we have to use, this is the Cauchy-Euler. So we have to apply the Cauchy-Euler method. So it is in the form of Cauchy-Euler method. So we have to consider log x is equal to t, and log x is equal to t. We get from this x is equal to e power t, and we have to change the d's also. So here the independent variable is x, so we have to change this x in place of, in terms of t. So we will get d square as a, d square is changing into d square minus d. By using the Cauchy-Euler method, we directly say that, so into 1 by x square, and d value is goes to 1 by x into d. So if you substitute these d values in this d's, we get the, we just consider the d prime here. So because the independent variable is t here, the independent variable is x here, so we are changing the independent variable x in terms of t. So we get that if you substitute these d square and d values in the given differential equation, we get that 9 d square, here x square and x square will be cancelled if you substitute these values in the given differential equation, and x is also cancelled if you substitute that values, and we get 9d square minus 9d minus 9d plus 15d plus 1 is equal to 0. So we will get like this way. If you simplify these one, we will get these 9d square, 15 minus 9 we get 6 plus 6, so 6d plus 1 is equal to 0. So if you simplify, this is non-homogeneous differential equation. If you simplify this one, you will get the two roots by using the auxiliary equation. You will get the two values, so the roots of a auxiliary equation. So by using the method of writing the complementary solution, so you will get simply y is equal to c1 plus c2 into log x minus 1 by 3. So if you using the Cauchy-Euler method, you can simply solve these type of questions. So this method is very important. You just do simplify these differential equation by using the Cauchy-Euler method. So the 32 question is 1 divided by d square plus b square sin bx. So he is asking again the particular integral. So particular, finding the particular integral value, that is very important. So for whenever sin or cos is there, we have to directly substitute in place of d square. In place of d square, we directly substitute the coefficient of that sin or cos. So I will tell you how to solve this one. So sin bx, so here the term b is present inside of that sign. So whenever sin or whether it is like cos also, we have to use same method, cos or sin. So I just substitute d in place of d square, we have to substitute minus, so b square, because here b is there, so I just substitute in place of d square is b square. So it is goes to 0. So whenever if it is goes to 0 means the function total will goes to infinity. So these cases not happen. So whenever these type of case arrived, we have to multiply with x and differentiate the denominator. So we will get these cases come here. So we just multiplied x into sin bx, the given function, and the denominator, if you differentiate, this is a constant, it is goes to 0, and we get 2d, and after that we have to just simply, here 1 by d is there, 1 by d into these functions sin bx. If you integrate, 1 by d means differentiation, 1 by inverse of differentiation is integration. So we have to integrate the sin bx, we get minus cos bx divided by b. So if you simply multiply, we can get it simply, third option is the correct one. So whenever sin or sin bx or cos bx, general case sin bx or cos bx there, you have to proceed like this way. So if it is goes to 0 means you have to just multiply the x and differentiate the denominator, not numerator. Okay, so this is a way how to solve this type of particular, finding the particular integrals. So the 33 question is, the solution of dx divided by x is equal to dy y plus z is equal to dz minus z. So we can, if you observe carefully, this is the in the form of Lagrange's partial differential equation. So it is already in the form of Lagrange's partial differential equation. You just integrate both sides. So by taking two terms, so you definitely get this is the correct option for this partial differential equation. So the 34th question is, the solution of p is equal to log into px minus y. So what I did, I just taking, what I am going to do, I just taking this log into the left hand side, I will get e power p is equal to px minus y, and I want to the value of y. So I will tell you why I want the value of y. So that is px minus e power p. So whenever these type of, in general, whenever y is equal to px plus fp is there, so we can call it, this is a clusters form. Clusters form. We can call it as a clusters form. Whenever these type of form is there, we can simply substitute p as a c. So we directly get the solution of these type of differential equation. So here what I do, I just substitute the value. It is in the form of cluster form. Px minus e power p means f of p, in the form of f of p. I get p is goes to cx minus e power c. So this is the simple answer for this question. So whenever these type of questions come, you just observe which form it is. If it is the clusters form means you just separate the both the things and write in the form of y is equal to px plus f of p. Just replace the value of p in terms of c. So you will get the solution. And 35th question is the differential equation obtained by eliminating y from the simultaneous equations. So this is very easy question. So he provided two differential equations. So you need to ask the if you eliminated the y term, you will get the dependent variable in terms of x. So he is asking to find the dependent variable in terms of x by independent variable in terms of t. So what we do, we just take the value y from the, I just consider this is a 1 and this is 2. So I get from 1 I get y value is minus d minus 1 into x divided by 2. So if I take this d minus 1 into the right hand side, I get like this way. Then after that what I will do, I just substitute this y value in the equation number 2. If you substitute this y value in equation number 2, you definitely get t square minus 4d plus 13x. So that is simple, you can do it. I left as exercise. And 36 question is a solution of p square plus p minus 6 is equal to 0. He mentioned that p is equal to dy by dx. This is very simple one, so I will tell you. So we have to find the roots of p first. So that is p, he mentioned that p square plus p minus 6 is equal to 0. So we need to find the roots of this p first. So that is, we can written as p has a p square plus 3p minus 2p minus 6 is equal to 0. So we get p values minus 3 comma 2. So by using this we can take one by one. So if I consider p is equal to minus 3, so we know that we already mentioned that p is equal to dy by dx. So what I did, I just taking dy by dx as a p, so is equal to minus 3x. So if you integrate these term by separating, taking this dx as a right hand side, we get y is equal to minus 3x plus some c1. So if you taking these terms as a left hand side, you will get these type of function. And similarly you can take p is equal to 2 and by taking the value of p as a dy by dx and integrate, you can get y minus 2x minus c. So then we here the 2p is equal, the p values are minus 3 and 2, so they are multiplying. So because the zeros of that quadratic equation is, we can written as like this way. So the solutions is also in that form. So we get that 3 is the correct option for that. So you just integrate after getting the p values. That is only the thing here. So the 37th question is the partial differential equation obtained from z is equal to f x square minus y square on eliminating f is. So he's asking, if you eliminate the f term, so what is the partial differential? He already provided the solution. He is asking the partial differential equation. So I already told you in my previous lecture. So whenever these type of questions come, I will tell you one shortcut trick. So I just consider x square minus y square is equal to 0. So I will get that x is equal x is equal to y and x is equal to minus 5. So I can written as a plus b into a minus b form. So I can write like this way. Here x coefficient is 1, y coefficient is 1. So you just check by option verification, take 1 by 1 value. So here y into p means dy by dx. We can dou x, dou by dou x. We can say that, and is equal to minus x dou by dou y. So if you substitute the coefficients, this one, so you will get that the first condition we will get, that is y into, here the coefficient of x is 1, so we can get 1 is equal to x into the coefficient of y is minus 1, so I can write once. So if you get is equal to x, so this is, you get y is equal to x. So we already we have two conditions. By using one condition we get another condition, so only these equation can satisfy the two conditions. So this is the correct option for this question. So the 38th one is the solution of a differential equation. So this is in the form of Lagrange's partial differential equation. So if you apply that formula d by, I can write in that form, dx plus y plus z and dy by 1, here the coefficient is 1, here the coefficient is 1 and dz by 1. So if you integrate, you definitely get x plus log y plus z is equal to c. So here he is asking about particular, if you observe this one, the solution of d square minus 2d plus 1 y is equal to x e power x sin x. So we can clearly say that this is a non-homogeneous differential equation. Non-homogeneous differential equation. So we need to find both complementary function and particular integral. So first I will find that complementary function, that is m square minus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. So here we can get that m roots are 1 comma 1. So the roots are repeating, means we have to write by using the complementary function conditions. We get whenever two roots are repeating, we can write c1 plus c2x. So we will get the complementary function like this way. So from this we can see that here x square is there, so we can discard this option, and here x square is there, so we can discard this option. The answer is either 1 or 3. So without finding the particular integral, we can say that we can discard the two options. So if you find the particular integral by using the methods of finding the particular integral, you can get the option 1 is a correct one. So that is, so if you take the d square minus 2d plus 1, so I am going to give you idea for how to find the particular integral of given differential equation. So that is, e mentioned that e x into e power x sin x is there. So you have to do just substitute whenever these type of three functions are there. So we have to take first e power x as a e power x coefficient. Here coefficient of e power x is 1. So what I do, I just substitute the 1 in place of d. So I get 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2. I can no, that is not a correct thing. So I will write, wait, I will write this form. I will write this is d minus, it is in the form of d minus 1 whole square. I just replace the coefficient of e power x in place of d. So I get it x, I can written as e power x front side, and I get x into sin x here. So if you substitute the d value, we can substitute like this way. So why I am writing 1 here means the quotient of e power x is only 1, so I just substitute that one. So I will, this 1 will be cancelled, we get d square in downside denominator. So if you integrate twice, 1 by d means integration, so we have to integrate twice this x sin x, we will get e power x into x sin x plus 2 cos x. So this is the correct option for 39th question. So the orthogonal trajectory of the curve. So orthogonal trajectory. This question is very simple. I will tell you how to proceed. So first of all, we have to differentiate these given curve. So that is x y is equal to c. So if you differentiate x, we get y plus x into dy by dx is equal to 0. This is the constant term, so we get c value is goes to 0, and we need to find the value of dy by dx. So we get dy by dx is equal to minus y by, I just taking y as the right hand side, I can get minus y divided by x. So after that I just reciprocal in I just substitute multiplying with minus and reciprocaling this differential equation value. I get minus into minus x divided by y. So I can do like this way. I just multiply with minus and I reciprocal of this given function. So we get y divided by x, and after getting y divided by x, what I do, I just simply I get dy by dx equal to y divided by x, and after that I just simply integrate both sides. I get dy by y is equal to dx by x. So if you integrate this one, you can clearly get this one. So that is the correct option for these differential equation. So the sequence an, so an plus, where an plus 1 is equal to 4 plus 3an divided by 3 plus 2an, n is greater than or equal to 1, a1 equal to 1 converges to, so he is asking to the sequence an converges to what, the limit of this sequence. He is asking about the limit of this sequence. So he already provided that a1 is equal to 1, so we need to find the limit value of this sequence an. So for that I already discussed this type of problems in my previous videos. So when we have to consider the limit of the given an is L, and clearly an plus 1 is also limit of n tends to infinity, an plus 1 is also L. I just considering an and an plus 1 is L. I get, if you apply the limit to this one, so I will get L is equal to 4 plus 3L. So whenever these type of questions come in and he is asking the limit value, you just proceed like this way. So then only you will simply get the answer. So 2L. So if you multiply this one, so you get 3L plus 2L square is equal to 4 plus 3L. So here 3L cancel, and you 2 ones are 2 twos are, you get L square is equal to 2. So from this you will get L is equal to plus or minus root 2. So we can say he already told that the terms of convert a1 term is 1, so the series sequence is goes to positive term, so we can consider L as a root 2, and the limiting value L is equal to root 2. Fourth option is correct, and he is not provided minus root 2 also, so we need no need to go for further that. So we get 42 question. So he is asking the limiting value, limit n tends to infinity n plus 2 log n divided by 6n plus 8 root n. So for this we just apply the limit. So by before applying the limit, I just do one thing, I just taking the common of L here. So I will get, if I take the common L, I will get 1 plus 2 log n divided by n divided by n into 6 plus 8 root n. So if you, this n and n will be cancelled. If you apply the limit, you simply get 1 by 6, and these terms is goes to 0. So if it is in 0 by 0 form, you have to apply the L'Hospital's rule. It is directly goes to 0 because log n is less than the n value. So n will goes to 0 means n will goes to infinity means this term is goes to 0, and similarly root n is less than the n value. So n is goes to infinity means So 8 root n by n goes to 0. So we will get 1 by 6 as the limit value of the given function. So the question number 43 is, which one of the following sequence is convergent? So he is asking the convergent sequence. So when we say that a sequence is convergent, if it is monotonic, it is increasing. If you increasing the terms a1, a2, a3, either it is increasing or decreasing and bounded, then we can say that it is monotonic and bounded, means we can say that this is a convergent sequence. So if you observe this one, so if you take 2 power 1, we are substituting 1 by 1 terms. If you take the n equal to 1, you get 2 power 1 and 2 power 2, and it is going to infinity, so it is not bounded in the term. So this is not a convergent, it is divergent. So if you observe this one, the first term is 1 by 3, the second term is 1 by 9. The if you apply the limit like this way, it is slowly goes to the 0. So means this sequence is bounded in between 0 and 1 by 3. So this is the convergent sequence of a given question. So that is 3n. He mentioned that 3 power n. So this is also similarly 2 power n. It is goes to infinity. So it is not bounded. So we can say that it is divergent. And similarly 5 power n is also, it is divergent. So the correct option is second one is the correct option for this question. And 44th one is, limit n tends to infinity 1 by n into 1 plus 2 power 1 by 2 up to so on n power 1 by n. So we can clearly say that if you remembering the statement of Cauchy first theorem, if you remembering the Cauchy first theorem of a sequence, we can directly say that the value is 1, because Cauchy first theorem says that whenever these L limit n tends to infinity, n power n is goes to some L, the whole these term will goes to L. So we can say that these term is goes to 1. So the limit value of this one goes to 1. So the first one is, second option is the correct one for this question. If you remembering the Cauchy first theorem or second theorem, you can clearly say that this is goes to 1. So the 45 question is, which one of the following series is divergent? He is asking which one of the following is divergent. So in this time we have to remembering the some test, p series test and comparison test. By using those tests, we just find out that so whether it is convergent or divergent. So I can written as here n square is there and n cube is there. So I can written as these function as a 1 by n. So the power of n is here clearly p is equal to 1. P is equal to 1 means this option is goes to divergent. So this is the correct option for this question. And the second one is cos 1 by n. So if I write 1 by n, so I get again p is equal to 1. So if you apply the p series test, whenever p is equal to 1 means that is goes to divergent. So this option is also correct. So I will come later for third option. The fourth option is, if you write that it is 5 by 3. So we will get 5 by, if you apply, it is convergent. It is, this series is convergent. So these series are also convergent. If you write 1 by n cube, because here one term is there, here 4 terms is there, so you can simply write 1 by n cube less than or equal to. So by p series test, it is convergent. So he is asking to find the divergent. The options is single correct option. So it is multiple selective options we get. So that's why they discard this question. For this question, this is found in question answer. Full mark is, so if you attempt this question, you definitely get the full mark, because the question is wrong. So that's why you will get the option. So it is, the exam contain single correct options, but here we can clearly see that two series are going to divergent. So this is not a correct question. Question is correct, but the if it is MCQ, then MSQ, then this question is correct. It is MCQ, so this is not a correct question. So one 46 question. 46 question that test the convergence of the given series. So he is asking about convergence of a given series. Whenever these type of questions come, I will tell you one trick. So I will tell you one trick. If you just changing into this value in denominator, so you just multiply with root n plus 1 plus root n. So we have to multiply and denominator and numerator, we will get minus 1 plus summation 1 plus, so we will, if you multiply these one, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, we will get n plus 1 minus n divided by, I am just doing the rationalize here. If you remembering that how to do the rationalize, you will get like this way. So it is n and n cancel, it is goes to 1. So there is no term present here. So from this, if you remembering the alter, it is clearly in the terms of minus 1 and 1. So it is alternative series. Whenever these type of alternative series is there, so we have to remembering the Leibniz test. If you whenever when the Leibniz test goes to convergence, so we have, by using Leibniz test, we can say that these series is going to convergence. So for that, what we do, we can see clearly see that these function is in terms of 1 by root n. So if you apply the Leibniz test, these series is goes to decreasing series. This series is decreasing series. If you replacing the values of n, it is get 1 by root 2. So like that way, it is clearly go to 1. So it is clearly decreasing series, and we can say that it is decreasing series, and we can say that if you apply the limit value, it is goes to clearly 0. If you apply the limit, it is clearly go to 0. So we can say that by using the Leibniz test, this is a convergent. And if you apply the mod, so it is never be convergent, because if you apply the mod, it will get, you will get root n plus 1 plus root n. So you can return as these function as a, you can return as 1 by n. So this will be by p series in this, p is equal to 1 by 2. So whenever p is equal to 1 by 2 means the series will goes to divergent. So we can say that in the time that is a conditionally convergent. So here he mentioned that the both options are correct. So 1 and 4, whatever you take, so the both options are correct. So whether it is conditionally convergent or convergent, we can get the mark. So the 47 question is, if the function f is r to r is defined as a fx is equal to e power 1 by x square plus 1 divided by e power 1 by x square minus 1 if x is not equal to 0 and f of 0 equal to 2. So he is asking about, he mentioned some conditions, whether it is continuous at 1 and discontinuous at 1, discontinuous at origin. So we can clearly say that this is discontinuous at origin, because if you substitute the f of 0, you will get, you will get f of 0 is 2. But if you go through the left hand limit and right hand limit, we can clearly say that these left hand limit and right hand limit will be never be equal whenever e is in the terms of 1 by x or x square. So for that, by using that, we can clearly say that the function is never continuous in this uh, value x equal to 0. So the third option is the correct one, discontinuous at origin. Origin means at 0. The function is discontinuous at 0. So third option is correct for 47 question. So the 48 one is the series summation n equal to 1 to infinity sin 1 by n is, he is asking whether it is convergent or divergent. So I already told you, whenever these type of questions come, so you just simply remembering the p series test, you may solve all the questions of series questions. So that is sin 1 by n. So I can return as these function as a 1 by n. So that p series test is, whenever p is greater than 1 means that is convergent, p is less than or equal to 1 means that is divergent. Divergent whenever p is less than or equal to 1, and p convergent p is greater than 1. So I just apply that one here. Clearly p value is 1. So whenever p value is 1 means that series is goes to divergent. So we can clearly directly say that sin 1 by n is goes to divergent. So that is simple one. 49 question is summation n equal to 1 to infinity 1 divided by 4 power n. So if you observe clearly, by substitute replacing the values of n, so we get 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4 square up to so on, this is the infinite series. Whenever these type of series come, we can clearly say that this is a geometric series. So the sum of infinite terms, we will get the formula for geometric series, that is a into 1 minus r power n divided by 1 minus r. So by substituting the in place of r values, if you substitute the 1 by 4, so you definitely get that 1 by 3 as the correct option for this question. So the coefficient of x power 4 in the Taylor series of fx is equal to cos 2x. So he is asking the coefficient of f of x is equal to, he already provided the function fx equal to cos 2x. So he is asking the coefficient of x power 4. So if you remember in the expansion of cos x, you get that cos x expansion is 1 minus x square divided by 2 factorial plus x to the power of 4 divided by 4 factorial minus so on. So he is asking the quotient of x to the power of 4, but he provided that cos 2x. So cos 2x means we just simply replace the x value in place of 2x. So we get x square divided by 2 factorial. We are just replacing the 2x values in place of x. We get x power 4 divided by 4 factorial. He is asking the coefficient of x power 4. So we need to find the coefficient of x power 4. So that is 2 power 4 divided by 4 factorial. So that will give you 2 power 4 means 16 and divided by 24. 4 factorial means if you cancel these two things, you will get 2 by 3 as the correct option. So that is the first option is the correct one for this question, 50 question. So this one d by dx 51 question, d by dx cos inverse of sin x. So we know that for this we have to do, whenever d by dx of cos inverse x is there, so we have to do, we get 1 by minus 1 by under root of 1 minus x square. So here we have that here we have that sin x in place of x. So we will get minus 1 by under root of 1 minus sin x square. And not only that, here the x derivative is 1, but here sin x is there. So we have to derive that one. We get cos x. Cos x. And again, if we know that 1 minus sin square x is cos square x. So we get minus cos x divided by cos x. If you cancel both the things, we will get minus 1 as the correct answer for this question. The third option is correct. Okay, then there is a mistake here. R over 2 is there, and another one is here we can say that here we have that x by y. So we get x by y. So here we get x by y. So I can written as x by y, that is x by y is equal to, if I separated these two things x and y, I get d by dx is x by y. So if I separated these two things, I get y into dy is equal to x into dx. So if you integrated these two things both sides, we will get y square minus x square equal to 2c. So this is the correct option for this question.